Hello and welcome to the release spotlight for the new feature version 1.16 of the SAWS connector. My name is Paul, I'm your host for today, and we are going to have a look at the major improvements and additions of this version and how to use them. As always, this video supports YouTube timestamps, allowing you to easily jump to any point of interest. So let's get started. The wizard user experience. In the last feature version, we introduced the redesign of the user interface into a wizard-like structure. Thanks to your feedback, we have been able to develop several improvements and requested shortcuts for more experienced users. Firstly, we made the wizard a lot faster. Yes, it is really that simple. It opens and it loads faster due to our improved caching logic. Every step now has a save button, allowing you to save a step without moving to the next. As always, switching a step saves it too. In the bottom left corner, we added a button which allows you to open the station overview from any point of the configuration. Using it, you can jump from your job directly to your data map and vice versa. And, to create more space, the manual text can be toggled via the new info button. The Job Pilot. The development editor was replaced with the new Job Pilot. It can be opened inside the wizard with the button next to the station overview, or as an extra browser tab via the right-click context in the navigator on the left. It allows you to watch the job progress in real time and see the debug export results. Just like the development editor, it is intended as a tool to configure and test the data map in small exports. For said small exports, it is no longer needed to create test jobs in the station. Instead, you can use your normal product job and temporarily change the context, like setting a lower product root node, without making real changes to the job itself. But, of course, these changes can be applied to the real job by clicking the button in the bottom right corner. The DynamicJSON Connector. It is time to welcome a new member to the SAWS Connector family, the DynamicJSON Connector. This new connector is included in the license of all customers of the generic JSON connector, and it allows you to fully control the JSON structure of your export, similar to the generic XML connector. An example: the generic JSON connector exports products in a structure similar to this. First, there's the object type layer, then the product identifier layer, then the target key you enter in the data map, then the store view and the according value. The DynamicJSON connector breaks the flexibility wide open. This structure can be reordered, or any elements like the product ID can be left out. But as always, this flexibility is, compared to the generic JSON connector, more complex to configure. To provide you with everything you need to get started, videos and trainings are planned in the future. Like every file connector, the DynamicJSON connector comes equipped with transmitters. Like a transmitter which stores the created JSON in a file for further processing, or a transmitter which sends the JSON directly to the OWL Data Hub. The OWL Data Hub. The OWL Data Hub is a new component added to the OWL Cloud services. While the connectors are mostly focused on pushing data to systems, our goal with this addition was to create an interface where the data can be pulled from. The OWL Data Hub consists of two main components. The collections. A collection can be filled with JSON data of any kind. Unique keys can be provided to control whether to insert a new data record or to update an existing one. And the API keys. An API key has access to the given collections. A collection does not only control which API key has access to it, but also to which data. For example, it can limit an API key to only be able to request the stock amount for a specific brand. Keep in mind that the OWL Data Hub is implemented with complete flexibility. There is no fixed JSON structure and no limitation to a specific source or target system. This means the collections can stem from a ContentServe PIM with the DynamicJSON connector, or an ActiveScript, or any implementation of your own outside of ContentServe. The same applies for the target systems, which pull from the data hub. All connected systems must simply be provided an API key to push or pull data. The OWL Data Hub is located in our data center here in Munich, and it is online around the clock. This means that your customers can query the needed product, price or stock data whenever they want. It will be accessible via the URL api.saws.de and soon on api.contentserve.com too. You can find the exact access URL in the collection settings. The Smart Document Creation ActiveScript. We added a new ActiveScript to the SAWSConnector Suite, which allows you to create smart documents of products and link them language dependently via a MAM reference. The script works by scanning the target products and only creating a new document if a product was changed. This way, the smart documents can be automated and used less resource intensive. Shopware 6, the automations for Shopware entities. This update of the Shopware 6 connector was all about automations concerning the maintenance of the products and first and foremost the creation of Shopware entities like the manufacturers, properties and custom fields. Every package sent to Shopware comes now equipped with a so-called resend logic. If a sent product produces an error, for example by having no product number, it will be removed from the package and the rest of the package will be sent anew. This means that every other product will be updated successfully and the erroneous product will then be marked with the according error message in our to-dos. The manufacturers can now be fully automated. Just like the categories and the products, they can be created, updated with media and even be equipped with custom fields. Although we do recommend to create an extra data map and job for the manufacturers, because putting every Shopware entity into one makes it kind of crowded. We introduced the automation of properties already in the previous feature version, but this idea was expanded on. The creation of properties is now a selectable job action, meaning it can be automated just like any other job. And an update mode can be set to control which properties shall be updated. The custom fields can now also be fully automated. Simply select the action in the job and use the new custom field format plugin in the data map, and the custom fields will not only be filled, like before, but also created. If you already have an existing custom field configuration and want to migrate to the new one, you can use the copy and paste feature to move your old configurations into the new format plugin. The Shopware 6 connector now also controls the order of the variants inside of a product based on the set sort order in the variant table in ContentServe. To support that in the automation, the variant maintenance ActiveScript now maintains the main variant and the sort order of every variant. As you can see, a lot of new configurations were added to the Shopware 6 connector. To help you out with the optimal configuration, a new station template will be added to the OWL public templates. Once it is available, it will be announced in our newsletter. Customer requested features. Thanks to your feedback, we have also been able to implement minor improvements to all connectors. All connector tables, like the prices or stock entries, now support a search by multiple product numbers. In the data map, the 3 most recently used format plugins now appear at the top of the list in the selection. The creation of to-dos can now be disabled for a job. We recommend to let only the automated Delta jobs create to-dos. Last but not least, available stability updates will now be displayed in the version overview. Note that feature updates will not be displayed. What I showed you in this video were only the major features of this version. For further information, visit our wiki. And of course, thank you for watching.